Hello, my name's Leon Kuhn and I'm a political cartoonist. I'll be doing a regular cartoon for The Real Deal and you'll be able to watch me doing it. So without further ado, let battle commence. This week's cartoon brings together two of the most pressing issues in British politics today. One of them is the war in Iraq and Afghanistan and the other is Gordon Brown. So I prepared this blank canvas and I found this background which I'm going to use in the cartoon. So by selecting the background I can now drag it onto my canvas like that, and then using the scale tool I can bring it up slightly to more or less the size that I want it. Let's get rid of that. At the height of the last general election in April 2005, Gordon Brown was asked what he thought of the Iraq War and the handling of its aftermath, and this is what he had to say. Okay, now I've found this photo of Tony Blair and the King of Bahrain, and by using this magic wand tool I'm going to select the part of the image that I want to use, and then I can drag that and drop it into my canvas like that, and then using the scale tool again I can enlarge it to more or less the size that I want it. When Brown was asked again recently for his attitude towards the war and its aftermath, he again gave a very similar reply. Now I can't say that it inspires much confidence in me to know that the future Prime Minister would also have lied in order to take us to war, which has cost the lives of up to 1 million people. Okay, well I'm now going to put this aside for the moment, and I found this photo of Gordon Brown and I'm going to proceed to rearrange his head, and you can watch me do this by using a filter called Liquify. What this filter does is it enables me to move the pixels in the photograph in any direction. First of all, I'm going to work on his cheeks and his chin, just enlarging them using the tool like that. And then I can start to extend his ears like that. Just start to make it slightly smaller around the eyes, the nose, and start working on the mouth. Someone once referred to Gordon Brown's smile as being like the silver plate on a coffin. Okay, well I'm going to carry on working on his face for a while and Next time you come back you can see the results. Okay, welcome back, and as you can see I've completed the rearrangements of Brown and Blair's faces and attached them to the bodies that I showed you earlier. Okay, well I've found this fragment of a photo that I want to use, and by selecting the parts I can cut out the parts that I want to use from this image by going round the edges like that. I mean, let's face it, Brown has done very little to differentiate himself from Blair over the last 10 years. He's bankrolled the war, he's imposed neoliberal economic policies with privatisations that would bring tears to the eyes of Maggie Thatcher if she had any tears. He's allowed what was left of manufacturing industry to go to the wall. He's supported Blair on just about every right-wing shift that he's made. He's almost single-handedly decided to waste £76 billion upgrading a nuclear deterrent that deters nobody. And then he's got the temerity to turn round and tell public sector workers that they should take a pay cut. I mean, the man has no shame. Okay, now I'm just going to adjust the sizes in the cartoon like that, and then okay, now using this clone tool I can put in shadow, just extending it along there like that. Just going to extend the shadow behind him and in between the legs like that. So, using the eraser tool, I'm going to just remove his foot like that so that it's behind the toe. Okay, well I'm going to finish tidying up this picture now, and next time you come back you should see the completed cartoon. Okay, as you can see I've completed the final picture and it just remains for me to put in the caption.